He helps us and we help him.
Can we, Mom?
The program might resolve a significant Hobbit riddle if the enigmatic Meteor Man from The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power, Episode 1 is Gandalf. The stranger, who fell from the sky and was helped by Nori and Poppy, was the subject of the third episode of The Rings of Power, which continued to explore the protagonist stories in various locations throughout Middle-earth and introduce some intriguing new development. Although there are various theories about the Meteor Man, many people also think that he will eventually become Gandalf, for the simple reason that his first encounter in Middle-earth occurs with the Harfoots, the foreigners of the Hobbits. The particular bond Gandalf has with Hobbits is highlighted in both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Although it was made plain in the Fellowship of the Ring why Gandalf picked Frodo and how their connection was particularly warm, it was never made clear why Gandalf spent so much time with hobbits. After all, like the Harfoots in the Rings of Power, hobbits have always been rather reclusive, rarely leaving the Shire and unwilling to welcome outsiders among them. As a result, Gandalf's lifelong infatuation with hobbits is all the more odd. Even in The Hobbit, an unexpected journey, he was familiar with Bilbo's family and village, but he didn't already share the affection he would later have with Bilbo and Frodo. The Meteor Man and Gandalf both arrive in Middle-earth from somewhere else, as Gandalf is one of the Meaar. If the stranger is revealed to be Gandalf, because the Rings of Power takes place at the start of the Second Age, while Lord of the Rings takes place much later, the wizard's fascination with hobbits will be explained. The Rings of Power episodes 2 and 3 not only highlight how Nori was willing to help the stranger despite Poppy's best attempts at stopping her, but also how much she risked to protect him, as she might have risked her place in the caravan with the other Harfoots, creating what could be a long-lasting bond between the stranger and the group that will become hobbits. Two major clues hint at the Meteor Man's being Gandalf. The Rings of Power episode 2 shows the stranger trying to defend himself from Nori by performing powerful nature-based magic before he understands she means no harm. The Meteor Man's powers are similar to Gandalf's, as the stranger compels the fireflies to form a constellation, just like Gandalf whispers to the moth to deliver a message to Gwaihir in Fellowship of the Ring. In addition, the Meteor Man is clearly confused as he lands in Middle-earth, just like the Meaar were. Tolkien refrained from explaining how Gandalf reached Middle-earth, but he did write that the experience was disorienting, as it involved partly stripping the beings of their magical prowess and knowledge. The stranger possibly being a Meaar wouldn't point to him necessarily being Gandalf. It's also believed he could be Sauron, especially as Galadriel couldn't find him for many years. Still, the unusual arrival of the Meteor Man strongly points to his Meaar nature, reinforcing the possibility that he could indeed be Gandalf. If that were the case, Gandalf's partiality to hobbits would be easily explained, as the stranger was championed so much by Nori in Rings of Power that she even risked her and her family's stance in their community for him. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and give us a like.